continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Conley as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington.
Seabury Lane in Peyton Place, the home of Allison Mackenzie, a house that holds difficult memories for Rodney Harrington. When Rodney first learned that earlier this evening Allison had vanished from a room at Doctor's Hospital, he found it difficult to face his own part in her disappearance. Now, Rodney realizes he has no choice. He owes the Carsons the full truth about his final meeting with their daughter.
Of course not, Rod. It's too soon to have any news yet. Got to all be patient.
Yes.
You know, when Dr. Rossi advised us to put Allison in the hospital, we all thought we were doing the right thing. She was so troubled, and we didn't know the reason.
How could you? I asked Allison to marry me last night when I came over here. I know this is a fine time to be telling you after she's gone.
We knew that. Dr. Rossi told us.
Dr. Rossi? Oh. I told him when he called me to ask me if I could... Yes, Mr. Carson, the same question that you asked me in the garage. And... Well, I should have told you that.
But you didn't.
No, I didn't. When you told me that she was missing from the house, it didn't seem that serious to me. Allison likes to go off by herself. I didn't tell you about the proposal because I thought, well, you'd want to ask her questions about it, and it would only make it worse.
Worse for whom, Rod?
For you or for Allison? For Allison. At least that's the excuse that I gave myself then. Now I don't know.
Don't blame yourself, Rod. Please don't.
Well, it's off my chest now. But it's still there. I think it'll always be there.
Rodney, was there any reason for your asking Allison to marry you at this time?
What do you mean, reason? You mean...
Yes, I mean you put it off, and then suddenly you...
Because I love her. I love her.
Well, I'm glad about that.
We've talked about it before. I was the one who wanted to put it off. I had 100 reasons why, and they all sounded right. And then last night, when I finally got around to it, it was too late. She said it was because I felt sorry for her. That's why she turned me down. She said, but that's okay, because I feel sorry for you, too. That's the last thing Allison ever said to me.
She'll be found, Rodney. She'll be found.
Well, the police are already looking for her. I heard it come over their radio when I was leaving the courthouse. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I just wanted to set it straight.
Rod, you know, when something like this happens, we have a tendency to blame ourselves. It's only natural, but don't. Please don't. We can't make him the scapegoat.
I'm not blaming anyone but myself, sweetheart.
Oh, well, now that's worse.
Oh, is it? I came home to find a wonderful girl who for 18 years had lived a happy, unshadowed life. I mean, nothing ever happened to Allison until I forced my way into your lives. Your instinct was right, Connie, in the beginning. I was part of the past. We should have left it that way.
But we didn't. And you were right. We stopped living in the past. Now we're going to have a baby. Would you want to undo that?
Of course not.
I married you because I love you. And I still do. And whatever happens, I always will.
Hi, Rod.
Rod, what happened?
Yeah, we heard on the radio that Allison was missing from the hospital.
I didn't even know she was there. We were just sort of listening to some music, and all of a sudden they said Allison Mackenzie. What was she doing in the hospital?
I don't know. They seemed to think that she was heading for a breakdown. I didn't realize it was that serious. Would anybody see her leave? I don't think so.
Well, did she leave a note or something? Anything?
No. Allison's not that type would just walk off like that. Come on, Norm, don't ask questions. Well, I just want to find an explanation. Well, I'm more interested in finding Allison. I thought you might want to help. All right. I'm with you. But we don't even know where to begin, or where she is, or why. Now, look, there are two roads leading out of this town. One is the Boston Highway, the other is the road to White River. Now, you take one, I'll take the other. We'll stop at every filling station, every hamburger joint along the way until we find somebody who's seen her and talk to her. Question. Go. Haven't the police been doing that already? Yeah, but a guy won't always tell the police everything. He might figure a girl 19's got a right to go where she pleases, do what she wants. It's nobody's business but hers. Come on, let's go.
Can I go too?
No, you stay here and answer the phone. Now, you take the White River Road. I'll take the main highway.
Norm? You forgot your driver's license. Are you sure I can't go? I used to know some of the guys that work in the filling stations.
I'll tell him you said hello. Don't worry if I'm late.
Okay.
Rita?
They've gone to look for Allison.
I was going over to Elliot's, but I thought I might be more of a nuisance than a help.
Well, come keep me company. I'm supposed to stay by the phone.
Staying's worse than doing.
Well, come on, I'll fix us both some coffee.
Have you got a deck of cards?
Yep.
You play cribbage?
Oh, Norm's always going to teach me, but he never gets around to it.
Well, if you got a crib board, I'll teach you. Used to be I was the best in the county. It'll help pass the time.
Hi, I was just on my way home. I thought I'd stop by and look in on Connie.
Oh, I appreciate that a whole lot. Come in, come in.
I'm sorry, is she asleep?
No, I thought she was sleeping. She went upstairs about half an hour ago. Come on in.
Well, just for a minute.
We just wanted to be alone, I guess. You know, you seem to get to the point you said everything you can to one another. You just sit there and stare and wait. Mike, I just don't understand how I could have allowed this to happen. I saw all the signs, and I don't know why I didn't do something while there was still time to do it.
Well, you did everything you could. You took my advice. You let us admit her to the hospital.
I mean, before that, I saw this restlessness, this feeling that life was slipping by, and this terrible fear that she was drowning in some quagmire of other people's tragedies. Forgive me, Mike. I didn't mean to bring that up at all.
I know. I wish I knew what to tell you, that's all.
Well, I was sure full of words of wisdom for you, wasn't I? Don't punish yourself by looking back. Get some rest. I realize now they were just words. Only words. If only there was something to do besides just sitting here, staring holes through that stinking telephone. Everything in me yells to go out and look for my daughter, but I just can't do it. Now, with Connie this far along,
She does need you.
I can't be in two places at once. I've made the only choice I can. And it's still just...
Yeah, I know. Look, should I go up and see Connie a minute?
Oh, yeah. Yes, thanks. You know, Mike, Allison is out there somewhere. She's wearing a bracelet that I gave her. And on the fob was written,
I watch over those I love. Well, we can't always. We try, but sometimes they lose us.
Come in.
Surprise. How are you?
Likes it better when I'm sitting still. I'm afraid tonight he'll just have to give in to his mother's whims and go on kicking.
He.
My son. Allison's so sure it's going to be a girl.
Yeah, well, I don't think she'll mind if you prove her wrong.
When she knows.
Connie, you know the hospital routine. There would have been a regular check on Allison's room each time the nurses made their rounds. Well, if I'd have thought this was at all possible, I would have stationed a nurse inside a room. You and Elliot have every right to say I should have anticipated this.
I don't like.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken any chances. In some ways, I feel responsible for this.
Don't blame yourself, Mike. We can all find places where we feel we failed Allison, but nobody could have predicted this.
Well, I don't know what she's running from. I doubt if she does.
Maybe we'll never know, even when we get her back. It isn't easy to know what goes on in Allison's mind. She doesn't think the way we do.
Well, you think you might need something to help you get some sleep tonight?
I thought you disapproved of stuffing unnecessary pills into very pregnant ladies.
Well, I do. But if they're needed, then they're necessary by definition.